Today, we're going to make ourselves holding an umbrella and playing outside in the rain. When I'm making a rainy day picture, I like to make those pictures really bright and colorful to help me feel a little bit more cheerful on a gray and dreary day. So to do this project, I'm going to start with a Sharpie and some crayons, but I'm also going to use some paint for the rain later on. First, I'm going to use a smaller piece of paper to draw myself with my umbrella. So to do that, I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to draw a big rainbow shape. And that's going to be covering up my head and the top of my body in my picture, so it can be pretty big. Underneath there, I'm going to do some bumps coming up, kind of like M's, from one side to the other. That's the bottom of my umbrella. And then on the top, I'm going to put a little circle. From that circle, that's where the stick is going to go through for me to hold my umbrella up. I'm going to draw a straight line from the circle to the pointy part of this bump. Watch me. I'm going to go down like that to each of the bumps, or you can go up if it helps you. Sometimes too, the corner one might be over there, and I could do a little line down if I wanted to add another little section, because each of these sections is going to be a different color. So if you make more lines or more bumps on the bottom, then your umbrella will be very colorful. Remember, I'm pretending my head is hidden underneath the umbrella, so I'm just going to draw my raincoat coming down. And it can just be a big rectangle or maybe a slightly diagonal triangle shape. And then I'm going to do just a straight line down where my coat closes. Then underneath that, I'm going to make my rain boots. I'm going to make a straight line down with a little bump coming out of it. That's the top of my boot. Then I'm going to do a straight line across and a straight line back up to my coat. Watch, I'll show you again. I'm going to do a straight line down with a bump. Then I'm going to do a straight line across the bottom and a straight line back up to my coat. Now, I like to give my boots some patterns too, like stripes or polka dots or flowers, something that I can also add lots of colors to. So since my umbrella kind of has stripes, I'm going to make polka dots on my boots. So I'm just going to draw big circles, and then I can color those in different colors. You can do whatever patterns you want, or no patterns at all. Sometimes you can just use bright colors for your boots too. When you're all done with this, you can color it in with crayons. Remember, try and use lots of bright colors so that your person will stand out against the rain. There, I'm all done coloring it. Now I'm ready to do the raindrops. While I'm painting the rain, I can have a grown-up help me cut out my rain person, because it's really hard to cut around the boots and all the little pointy bumps and the circles on my umbrella. So I like to have that be a grown-up job. Then when I'm all done painting my raindrops, I can get my little rain person and glue it onto my picture. So I'm going to give that to my grown-up to help me cut them out. And I'm going to get out my rain paper. And this is just a tall rectangle this time. And I'm going to make some raindrops with a white crayon. And I like to use the twisty crayons when I do this, because when you're going to paint over crayons, you need to push really hard so that the paint doesn't wash your crayon drawings away. But you don't want to push so hard that you break the crayon. So the twisty crayons are a little bit stronger than regular crayons. And here's the shape I'm going to draw on my paper. Let's see if I can show you on this purple paper first. I'm going to kind of do some diagonal lines coming down. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to make little circles going all around to show that the raindrops are hitting the puddles, and then they're making these ripples in the puddles. So it might look like little diagonal lines, and you can even make a little dot where the raindrops hit it, and then make some little ripples and circles all along the bottom. It's going to be hard to see my shapes in white because my paper is also white, but when we're done painting it, then they'll show up really well. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to push really hard all the way down, and then when I get to the bottom, that's when I can make the ripples. You want to push hard enough that you'll be able to see where your raindrops are. Okay, my raindrops have dried now, so I'm ready to put my person on top. So I'm going to check out and see kind of where I want to glue them. And I don't want to cover up all my little puddles because I think that looks really fun. So I'm going to put my boots kind of on top of where the little puddles and the ripples start. And then I'm going to take this painting off and I'm going to use some scratch paper. Scratch paper is just like a piece of paper that you're not going to keep. You're just going to use it to keep your area kind of clean, and then when you're all done you can recycle it or use it for a different kind of art. And the reason I'm going to use some scratch paper is for gluing, because there's a lot of little spindly pieces that need a lot of glue, but it might get glue on my desk. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put some glue all on the big pieces first. That's like the middle shapes. They're really easy to do. But when I get to the spindly pieces, the little circles or edges of my umbrella, I'm going to start in the middle and go outside. And it's okay if it gets on the scratch paper a little bit. Watch again. I'm going to start in the middle of the big shape and then go to the outside. And I'm going to do that one more time. I don't want to go back and forth like that on the spindly pieces because that will rip my paper. And then really quick, before it dries, I'm going to stick that onto my rain paper. So I'm going to stick it on there, and then I'm going to really push down those little spindly, circly pieces and rub-a-dub-dub. There, I'm all done. I hope you had fun creating with me today. Thanks for watching.